Rar, rar, rar.
Well, hello again. So, where are we off today? Well, you might have gathered from previous videos that my missus is absolutely batshit crazy when it comes to swimming. So she decided to go for a swim today for charity. Now don't worry, it's not going to be another swim video, but it's more about the charity. And a couple of videos back, when I was covering the bike show of the Irish Vintage and Veteran Motorcycle Club, I mentioned something about the Irish Blood Bikers, and I said I would follow up on them. Video Leadbelly's MC. See, I said I was glad that it was the last rally because I was freezing my nuts up at night. And there's the missus saying, right, I'm off for a swim. Shit crazy. That's probably why I love her. Nah, that is exactly why I love her. I think I see some blood bikers. It looks really busy. See if I can be sneaky. Park somewhere. There's always a spot for a little badger. Yeah. There they are, the blood bikes. Okay, so tell me, how did you become a blood biker?
I always loved motorbikes, and I seen a blood bike on me one day. I always done a lot of charitable work. Then I further investigated into it, and then it took me a good while to go because there's a lot of training.
Yeah.
And you have to do your ROSPA. ROSPA training can take you 6 to 8 months training.
Yeah.
And it's full on now. And but little did I ever think I'd be able to get it, you know. So I got silver in the first and gold. So they only accept silver or gold insurance company.
Yeah.
It's not the stipulation of the blood lights, it's the stipulation of the insurance company.
Right.
Because they sponsor us, which is brilliant, you know. So all the riders are fully comprehensive motorbike insurance. But in saying that, you're not allowed onto it unless you have basically it's the highest standard of a license.
Yeah. Well, would you say going through that training made you a better biker, a safer biker?
Oh, a billion times, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You would recommend it to anybody?
Oh, yeah, brilliant.
Yeah.
That's brilliant, amazing, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
so, another thing that pops into my mind, because I'm thinking about it as well.
Yeah.
Like, so I take it you like run shifts or something like that?
Do, yeah.
Yeah?
There's, we work from 7 o'clock in the evening to 6 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
And basically, there's north side, south side of Dublin, and then you have a country rider.
Okay.
So basically, if you're the, say you're doing north side, you just stay on the north side.
Yeah.
So then it works, we have a book, so the call works in 3 calls. So if you get a call, it's either standard, urgent, or an emergency. Standard, you just take your time and, you know, then in urgent, it's you drop it. You could be at home cutting the grass. You just leave the lawnmower, make sure you switch it off.
Yeah.
I'd be washing the windows, you'd take it off the ladder. And then basically you get onto the cycle, and the controller, who's a volunteer, and we're all volunteers. And then the volunteer then will indicate you where to go, where to pick up and where to drop off.
Right.
And it could be St. Michael's in, or not St. Michael's, say St. Joseph's over near Raheny. And they might say to Coleman, so I go over there. It's just say it's the standard. I tick the box, they get to sign it. So there's clarification of the whole way. And when we get off, we give them a docket, and then when we drop off, we give them a docket, and then we hold on to the docket. Yeah. Then we take a picture with our phone, and it goes straight to the controller. The controller puts onto the database. Yeah. So every movement you do in the bike is recorded. There's trackers on it. And there's everything on it. Yeah. Which is brilliant.
So how does this work? Where you go onto a shift, like you go to a dispatch place where they have the bike, or you stay at home?
We have up at the back of the Red Cow. That's the depot.
Yeah.
And all the bikes are there, so you can drive up in your own bike, park in, take one bike out. You do your powder checks. Water, and electrics and all that. Yeah. Do that, and then you put your bike in place of that. Yeah. And then so forth, move on with that, and then you're on shift. So go off for a cup of tea or drive around, but once you stay within your area, north, south, and then if you're on country, then you usually get a good call beforehand, and then you go in, and you meet up. You could be going down to halfway to Galway, let's say, and then you'll meet one of the other blood bike groups. Yeah. And meet up with them, because safety is paramount. Yeah. And because the drive all the way into Dublin and all the way back to Galway.
That's a long ride. Yeah.
And I was driving down Collins Street here a few years ago, and I stopped on the bike and I was listening to the radio in the ear, and these two ladies kept looking at me, and I was parked at the lights, and she kept walking. I said they were twins. I always wanted to find out who they were, but she kept, because I was listening to that and kind of focusing on them, and she kept walking and walking and walking, and she came over to me, and I said there were two twins in their very early 50s, and she says to me, basically, you saved me life. And she kind of hug you in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
So I was embarrassed.
No.
I meant to get a picture and ask to hear their story, but as I say, I was on a call to Temple Street. So and that's the good things. And then 3 o'clock in the morning, you're in the Rotunda, or you could be in the Coombe, and you see the baby that size. Stuff like that is brilliant,
So how long have blood bikers been around?
I think it's about this will be 10 years in Ireland now. In the UK, I think they're there since the mid to late 60s, and it's set up here. A gentleman up in Galway, he set it up in Galway first, and then Blood Bikes East then came in after that. So basically, there's about 125 members at the moment in Blood Bikes East. Yeah, and we're looking for a lot more.
How do some people navigate their work and their shifts with blood bikes?
We have a great timetable, so you can pre-book 2 months before. Yeah. You can pick your on the calendar and you tell the names and the shift. I think there's 128 shifts in a month. Yeah. Apart from now, there's family resources. I think there's about 16 families at the moment. Yeah. With leukemia, so we go down and pick up their bloods, and then that has to get more or less in an hour back to the hospital. Yeah. And then they'll examine the blood, and then they'll email the chemist local to the patient. Yeah. And basically it's great because they don't have to pack all the stuff up and put all the rest of the kids into the car and up to Crumlin Hospital and so forth. But, that's basically what we do.
Well, that was mad fun. Watching the missus dip into ice cold water with likely minded crazy women. And then having an interview with the blood bikers. So I guess we come to the moment where we get towards the end scene of the video. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time on the channel. Bye bye.